Hello everyone. Today we're going to be ranking things that kill your confidence from D tier to S tier. So first up we've got avoiding discomfort. I'm personally going to put this in B tier because if you live a life that has no hardship, that is so comfortable, that is so easy, and you never feel uncomfortable in your life, in your position, then you're not going to prove to yourself that you're confident in your abilities. You're not going to even know that you have these skills that you may have. If you never play tennis, you will literally never know that you are good or bad at tennis. So you'll never be confident. You'll never be able to develop confidence in yourself. However, if you actually embrace discomfort, if you go through the hard things, if you try new things every single day of your life, you're going to go through so many experiences that you're bound to become confident in yourself because you face so many different things, especially so many different things unexperienced, that you'll be confident in your abilities as a human being. Next up, we've got lying. I'm going to put this as well in B tier because why would you ever lie to someone? You only lie if you fear that person or if you fear the results of what happens if you tell the truth. And in both of those scenarios, you automatically place yourself mentally as being the inferior person, as being the weaker person in that scenario. So, for example, if you make a mistake, people are like, oh, who did this? Who crashed the car? If you don't lie, you're like, oh, bro, I crashed the car. Yeah, you automatically come off as more confident, and you're confident in yourself as a result of saying that because you own your mistakes. You don't have to lie to anyone. You don't care if they judge you. You don't care if they're like, oh, you're such a bad driver. No, you own that. You're so confident in yourself that you will openly not lie to people. Next up on the list, we've got wearing clothes that make you feel good. I'm gonna put this in D tier simply because obviously wearing clothes that make you look good and fit you well is gonna make you more confident, but it shouldn't be the thing that switches you from being unconfident straight away to being the most confident person in the room. No, you should be confident regardless of whatever you're wearing. You should be the person that pulls up in the 1998 Toyota Corolla wearing baggy clothes that are all ripped and stuff and still be like, yeah, what's up, man? Like, look people in the eye, speak slowly, be confident in yourself. You don't have to wear tight clothes, polo shirt, Nike shoes. You don't need to have any of that to become confident. And once you realize that, you'll become so much more confident. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in T tier. However, please don't go around wearing old clothes, bro. Take pride in your appearance and dress well. Next up, we've got breaking promises to yourself. This is going to be the first thing that I put in S tier because similarly to lying and avoiding discomfort, uh, if you can't even keep a promise to yourself, the person that you should trust the most in the world, then what type of a human are you, bro? Like, let's say that you go to sleep at 10 p.m. and promise yourself that you're gonna wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Cold shower, no phone, no scrolling. The next day comes at 6 a.m. Bro, you hit snooze. You wake up at 9 a.m. What does that tell your brain about your discipline, about your mindset, about yourself? That's gonna kill your confidence, bro. Because we all know what you do in private shows in public. So if you can't even keep your promises to yourself in private, to yourself, literally, imagine how ridiculous that sounds. The person that you should trust the most, if you can't even make a promise to that person, then what life are you living, bro? That's gonna make you so unconfident in yourself. So for that reason, I put it in S tier. Next up, you've got avoiding eye contact. I'm gonna put this in B tier to be honest, because it may not kill your confidence, but it's definitely gonna make you come off as being unconfident. I say this for a very important reason. Many of the most intelligent people that I know, they don't like to make eye contact because they're always thinking about different things. Does that mean that they're not confident? No, but they will definitely come off as being less confident as that guy who just looks at every person, who just dead stares every single person in the room. Now, obviously, bro, you shouldn't just be staring at people the whole time. Don't be weird. But you should look people in the eye every now and then, especially during a conversation. If you're face to face with someone and you're looking away or looking down, that's not even that's just weird, bro. Like straight up, that's not even human behavior. So that's why I put it in B tier, because there are some cases where it's like, okay, maybe you're thinking about something, you're reflecting. Yeah, it's better to not look at someone because your brain will function better. But during a normal interaction, bro, make eye contact without making it weird, of course. Next up, we've got posture. I'm gonna put this in A tier because once you fix your posture, and obviously with this, I want to include like, your physique and everything, but mainly just your posture, fixing your back, fixing your neck posture, keeping your chin high. If you do that correctly, you will breathe better, you will speak slower, and you will automatically feel yourself more comfortable. Like literally right now, bro. Slouch up, just slouch up like so badly. Make your posture so bad. How do you feel right now? You probably feel anxious, you probably feel like a rat. It's a bit of an extreme case, but you probably feel like a rat. Now, open your chest, open your wings, take a deep breath, keep your chin high. How do you feel now, bro? You naturally feel so much more confident. That's literally just the power of posture. If you walk into a room keeping your chest high, holding your chin higher, bro, you will feel so confident. You'll feel like the man, bro. That's why I put it in A tier, because it's a simple hack that you can literally use today to feel more confident, to literally hack your brain into feeling more confident. Next up, we've got apologizing a lot. So I'm going to put this in C tier. Similarly to eye contact, like some people just do it naturally, but it will definitely make you come off as being less confident. So being that guy who always says, I'm sorry, bro, I'm sorry, oh, I'm sorry, it's nice, it's kind, but you have to realize that people will literally lose respect for you, and they will lose respect for your apology as well. If you always go around saying sorry, then when you actually make a mistake and you say sorry, nobody's going to care. But if you avoid saying sorry always, and then when you make a big mistake, you're like, bro, I apologize. That apology is going to mean so much more, and it's going to make you come off as more confident. So for that reason, I put it in C tier. It's not really something that you should obsess over, but it's definitely something like you shouldn't say sorry too much. Next up, we've got comparing yourself to others. I'm going to put this in A tier. So let's think of two people that compare themselves to other people. First case scenario is this guy. He looks at someone else who's winning in life. He's in the position that the original guy wants to be. He's winning. He's acing all of his tests. He's driving the coolest cars. He's making so much money. And the guy who's comparing himself to him is like, damn, like that guy is so lucky. He's just naturally like that. I wish I could be like that. But unfortunately, I'm not like that. So I'm just going to quit. That unmotivates me. That's a scenario where comparing yourself to others could literally kill your confidence and could literally kill your drive and ruin your whole life. However, another guy will look at that same person who's winning, who's accomplishing all of his goals, and be like, damn, like that motivates me, that pushes me. Be that guy, bro. Look at other people and compare yourself to other people and be like, okay, that could be where I end up in 5 years, 10 years time if I just don't quit, if I keep working hard. So depending on how you look at it, it could be A tier, could be C tier, but generally, don't compare yourself to others, bro. Compare yourself to yourself previously. Next up, we've got overthinking. I'm going to put this as well in A tier. So overthinking is pretty much like in any small interaction, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, you're like, oh man, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Like what do they think of me and stuff like that. That's just going to kill your confidence, bro. My rule personally is when something happens, I don't think about it again unless I have to, like somebody brings it up or something. But if I'm in an interaction and let's say I mess up, like I stutter or something, just don't think about it, bro. Because chances are they're not going to think about it either within 10 minutes time. So why should you, bro? Just forget about it and take a deep breath, slow your brain down. Yep, because the more you think about stuff, the more you reflect on it, the more you live in the past, the less confident you will feel because you're never going to pursue new things in life, Take that chance, take that mistake that you made, take that as an opportunity. If you think about it, just be like, okay, that's cool. That was me 5 minutes ago. Now I'm a different person. You can literally do that, bro, and you can literally hack your brain to be more confident. So for that reason, I put overthinking in A tier. Next up, we've got hygiene. This could be either C tier or A tier, but for today's video I'm going to put it in C tier, and I'm going to explain why I do that. Because some of the most confident people that I personally know smell like absolute cheeks, you know, they don't shave, whatever, but they're still confident because they understand that they don't need any of those stuff to feel confident. Obviously that's a very extreme case scenario, and bro, like, trust me, you should wear deodorant, you should wear some sort of cologne, you should shave, you should be clean, but it shouldn't be something that you obsess over. Like, you shouldn't feel the need to be fully clean just to be confident. If you're in the gym and you're smelling sweaty, that doesn't automatically mean that, like, bro, you know, game's gone, you know. I'm no longer confident. Don't be that guy, bro. Just push forward. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in C tier. But like the clothes things, bro, be clean, please. Next up, we've got not standing up for yourself. I'm going to put this in S tier as well. Because if you can't even stand, if you won't even stand up for yourself, then what does that tell you? Like, what type of human being are you? It's like that saying, you know, can't fight is fine, but won't fight is a problem, bro. Even if you can't fight back physically, at least say something. Don't just be that guy who takes it without doing anything, because that will literally train your mind to being the person that just takes stuff from everyone. You can't be that guy, bro. You gotta be able to stand up for yourself. You gotta be willing to stand up for yourself. Even if you fail, even if you get knocked down, never accept being bullied, never accept being ridiculed, never accept being pushed around. Even if you're like, I don't know, 5 foot, 40 kilograms, and you see a guy who's 6'4" and 120 kilograms, and he says something rude to you, bro, don't be that guy who's like, oh, sorry. No, man, stand up for yourself. Say, hey, man, that wasn't nice, and be that guy. Come on, bro. Next up, we've got seeking validation from others. I'm gonna put this in A tier, but it could very well be a S tier, because you shouldn't have to rely on validation from other people to become successful, to work hard, but sometimes it's okay, because generally, like, you should know what you should be doing in life, but sometimes you just don't know. Like, especially within business, especially within fitness, you might not know what you're doing. So hearing somebody say like, okay, bro, you're doing good, that might push you forward. That might be like, okay, this is what I'm doing is correct. You know, it's a good sign to hear from other people. However, you should never ever rely on other people's opinions. You should never rely on people's validation, because if somebody can compliment you, that same person can insult you. So you should never give any value to them people, except you're actually thinking about it like, yeah, that makes sense. And for that reason, I put it in high A tier, maybe low S tier. And yeah, that's my ranking for things that kill your confidence. Thank you guys very much. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and comment for more videos. Thank you.